Welcome back. I wanted to make a follow-up sort of video to my last video about when you're struggling with a problem, and I was focusing on if you had some type of physical problem and sort of the benefit that I have found and many others have found to tuning in and really acknowledging the feelings, the physical sensations, emotions. So I wanted to make an EFT tapping video. And I will show you how you can use this tool to really honor what you're feeling. And by tapping, it begins to move energy and calm the nervous system down. So I do want to say the caveat that if you are working with a physician or a mental health professional, and you get really overwhelmed and triggered by your emotions, might be best to consult and or meet with them before you try new things, because when we tune into our emotions, they can get bigger, they can get more intense. So just wanted to say that, but you have free will, so choose what feels right to you. Okay, so tune in to a physical discomfort that you have. Notice where it is, notice how intense it is, and give it a number from 1 to 10. 10's like the highest amount of discomfort you could imagine, and 1 is it's just mild. And maybe have a piece of paper, write down the number, because it's easy to forget where you started, and then it helps you notice what has actually shifted if you track it. So tune into that discomfort, and I'm just going to use the example of a tightness, in my chest. Maybe I'm stressed and I feel constricted and it's hard to breathe. And I'm going to notice how big of an area does that take up in my chest. And so we're all different with regard to, do you see it, feel it? If you're visual, you can kind of notice it. You can even see if it has a color, but just mostly tune into the sensation of it to start with. Give it a number, 1 to 10. And then we're going to start tapping with the setup statement on the side of our hand. Even though I feel this discomfort, and you can say pain, stabbing pain, what does it feel like? And it is typically really helpful to say it out loud, especially at first. Helps you really tune in and stay focused on that. Otherwise, the brain can go a million miles a minute, and our verbalizations can't keep up with that, which is a good thing. It slows us down a little bit. So just tune into the discomfort. Even though I feel this discomfort, I'm just going to honor that this is what I'm feeling right now. Even though I feel this discomfort, and then now tune into, how do you feel about having the discomfort? Is there an emotion there? You frustrated by how long it's gone on, how it's affecting your life, things that you can't do that you wish you could do? Tune into all of that right now. And just say some of those out loud. How does it affect your life? And then we follow that up with, and I am just going to be present right now to all of these feelings. All right, we're not trying to change them. We're trying to acknowledge and honor them. We'll do one more time. Even though I feel this discomfort, name the discomfort, the pain, the tension, the tightness, whatever it is. And I feel this way about it. What's the emotion? How's it affecting your life? Can't do the things I want to do. I don't have the energy. I can't move around like I normally would. Affecting my sleep. And I honor that this is what I'm feeling right now. And now we're going to go to the other points. And we're just going to abbreviate as we're tuning in. This discomfort. So this pain, this tightness. In my, right, and tune into where it is in your body. And maybe it's moving. And if it's moving, just keep focusing where it is. I'm frustrated that I'm still dealing with this. I'm just going to give some examples. Just change it to fit for you. I can't do the things I want to do because of this discomfort, because of this pain. Under the eye, I don't have much energy, putting all my energy into this pain. It's really frustrating. Or do you feel hopeless? If it's been going on for a while, sometimes hopelessness comes up. Do you feel like there's something like wrong with you, that you're still dealing with this problem and that you can't figure it out? Do you believe you should be able to figure it out? Kind of expanding a little bit here to just invite in some things that might be there that you don't even know are there. Really giving them some attention. Under the arm. All this discomfort and the ways that it affects my life. I'm going to go back to the top of the head. All this discomfort. Maybe you wish it would just go away. Just tune into that if that feels true. Because if it went away, things would be better. Think about how it would be. What would be different? How would you feel? That's what it's about, how we want to feel. But I'm really in resistance about this pain, if that makes sense and resonates. Resistance is where we're not accepting it, we're fighting it, and it just creates more tension in the body. Maybe for just a few minutes, I could just honor what I'm feeling and release the resistance to fight what I'm feeling. Just see if that resonates. All this resistance to feeling this discomfort. I don't like it. Maybe there's fear. Do you have any fear that it's never going to go away? Fear, worry, anxiety. Back to the top of the head. If that's the case, notice where that shows up in your body. What if I can't figure this out? What if I can't feel better? If you've been dealing with something chronic for a long time, that might be coming up for you. I certainly deal with that still. All of this discomfort and the way it's affecting my life. Just going to tune in to what I'm feeling, because my feelings matter. I care about how I'm feeling. Again, just say it out loud if it resonates. If it doesn't, change it, or you can just be silent. All of this discomfort and the way it's affecting my life. Just honoring what I'm feeling in these moments. Now let's take a breath. Deep breath in. Release it. And only if that feels comfortable and safe. If there's any reason why you don't want to do anything that doesn't feel good, you discern that, you decide that. And then just take or leave. Now tune in to the discomfort where you started. So go back to the original problem, discomfort. Now on the 0 to 10 scale, is it still there? If it is still there, give it a number, write that down, and then you can continue with focusing on that. Now it might have shifted, it might have moved. It's actually kind of what I found, and in my mind-body teachings that believe mind-body are one and everything's connected, that's a good sign, because if you can interrupt a physical symptom by tapping on it, giving it attention, getting energy to move, you can decide for yourself. But to me, I'm like, wow, brings in a lot of possibility, a lot of optimism, right? And there's a lot more dynamics about the mind-body connection. If you're interested in looking up a YouTube channel that really goes into this, because that's not my full area of expertise or focus, Pain Free You. Dan, and I can't remember how to pronounce his last name, but Pain Free You. That wisdom actually is what helped me heal my irritable bowel stuff. And so, and I didn't even know about him when I was working on it for myself, but the principles of it, and there's just a lot of different videos and different perspectives. And again, take or leave, he doesn't go as deep into, I'm having experience as a therapist and helping people work through deep emotional, like wounds and things we still hold on to. I may have some different perspectives than some people with regard to, and I don't think we need to dive deep into every single thing we feel all the time. I think it's start where you're at and just notice what happens, especially with tapping, because it will literally get the energy moving in your body, and everything's about energy. And we can have unprocessed emotions about the current state of our body, but it also can be related to the past. And I often help people figure out, even though I'm not a doctor, I don't treat pain, but honoring the emotions and the feelings of the pain while tapping often helps shift it. And we can get new insights about when it started, what was going on, especially if you had a trauma that started, if your pain started because of a trauma. We don't know, we're not taught, we go to the doctor and they'll heal the physical parts, but often not fully, right? Because our emotions have not been validated and those get stored and stuck. So these are the principles from energy psychology that I'm talking about, as well as others with the mind body, and then often spirit connection. So you can keep going as long as it feels good to you, and you can just keep going back. You can go back to the beginning of the video and just honor where you're at. People often ask, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to focus on. There's no shoulds. So you just literally, you can do a scan of your body. Maybe it's obvious, right? If a problem's been going on, it's probably pretty obvious. But if you just want to practice it, and on any given day, maybe your discomfort is different or in different places, just do a quick scan head to toe. Go, oh, what am I feeling? And it's a nice way to learn how to get connected, even when we don't have like a really obvious discomfort. A lot of us, because we live on our head a lot, we're way more tense than we realize. Tense, anxious, worried. And so just tune in to whatever grabs your attention, whatever part of your body grabs your attention, just start there. And from a place of curiosity and openness, as much as possible. But you know what? Wherever you start is just perfect. So at first, when we're really struggling and we're frustrated, we're not going to probably be so curious and open, right? It's going to be like, I just wish I could get this to go away. That's fine. Start where you're at. I want to say one more thing about the positive affirmation part of the statement. So the first part of the statement is the problem. And that, as you might notice, is most of the focus of the tapping. If we just focus on the positive, it doesn't clear it. It might calm your body in the short term, which is great, and that can be useful. But the second part of the statement is, that's very flexible. The reason I choose, I'm just going to honor, this is what I'm feeling right now, because some of the other offerings out there can be, but I feel this problem and discomfort, but I love and accept myself anyway. I've found most people don't really believe that, and then that can create resistance in your body. So, and I just think a great starting place is honoring what you're feeling without the direct intention to change it. It will change as you validate it. I promise you. I can't promise how quickly, but if you stick with whatever feels right to you, whether it's tapping or something else, validating where you're at, even if it gets more uncomfortable, as long as it feels safe, you'll be on the right track. So I hope that's helpful. Please reach out with any questions that you have, especially if it's new to you. It takes a little bit of practice and doing something every day where you take care of yourself, you tune into yourself, ask yourself, what would help me right now? And trying to choose something healthy, right? So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you're having a lovely day. Bye-bye.